Hi Poonam, how are you?
Hey, hi Shilpa, I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. So Poonam, what would you like to discuss today?
Shilpa, I actually want to mm, come up with these steps. Actually, I'm into a situation where I'm now moving and progressing towards into getting myself established into the coaching arena and into the training arena. So I have completed like the trainings and I have acquired the skills and also doing certain practice sessions. But I need to further enhance my skills onto coaching, and there is a little inhibition within me where I have started feeling like I am not doing to the best to bring in the changes in my client, or I am not able to see those changes. So that is that inhibition or that fear which I want to get away with. And in the coaching conversation today, I want to get with certain steps or some way of how I can try to move out of it.
Okay, Poonam. So Poonam, this inhibition that you mentioned, right? So
Yeah.
what made you decide that there is an inhibition?
That's primarily because in the last couple of my coaching conversations, though I started with the clients for say 6 to 7 coaching sessions, but after the third or the fourth coaching session, it's been stopped. And whenever it was being asked to the client, they are like, "Okay, we have achieved it," but in the back of my mind, I still feel probably they have not achieved what they were looking for, and that's why I have got that inhibition. Like probably I need to still work on improving my own skills for taking this forward. So that's where I have started developing this in the last few couple of my practice coaching conversations with my clients.
Okay. So what would you like instead?
I would actually want to be more confident in taking this conversations with the client. I want to really make the conversations to them more like kind of life changing or transformational, or for the things which they have come for. I should be able to see that spark in them that yes, we have achieved it, and that comes to me with that should come with confidence from their side, rather than me following up too many times to probably give me a feedback on how it went and what it was like. So that is what I am looking for.
Okay, so the confidence that you mentioned, that is, you want to see the confidence in the client?
Yes, I want to see the confidence in the client that yes, this conversation with you has really helped me change or get what I wanted to.
Okay. Okay. And for you to see the confidence in the client, what would you need to do?
I'm actually doing today. I'm asking them for the feedback, or they are like I'm doing those checks with them that how is it that they are feeling, what it is. But the last couple of few clients, they don't revert back onto the feedback, or they don't revert back onto these things, and that's why it is leading me to get into this mode of probably they are not confident on the coaching that I've done, and that's why I feel like I need to still improve upon.
Okay, so you feel you need to improve
My
upon what?
improve upon my own coaching skills, where I can get this confident feedback from the clients saying that okay, either I'm doing it in the way they are able to see the results, or they are not able to see the results, and that's why they are not continuing. So I don't get any of those, and it's like abruptly just stopped in between, and then I'm just kept wondering about how did it go. And these are the people who are actually into the executive positions in the organization. So that's why I'm a little more concerned on whether am I doing it right or am I not doing it right.
Okay, okay. So Poonam, what I understand is when you are doing the coaching sessions,
Yeah.
you want to see the confidence in your client, and because you are not seeing that, you feel that you need to improve on your coaching skills.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, regarding the coaching skills, is the client confidence? I mean, I assume from what I hear, that is one of the primary parameters for you. So, is there anything else?
No, that is the key thing, because if the client is giving you the feedback, whether it is good or bad, that at least boosts up my confidence to say like, okay, I am on the right track to bring changes, or the objective with which they have come, they have achieved it or they have not. But keeping it in the midway is something I'm not able to figure out whether this is whether it's a positive side or a negative side, or I just what do I do is what is bringing that confusion to me.
Okay, okay. Um, so, Poonam, what I was trying to find out is whether, whether that parameter that you have set, would you like to add any parameters before you decide that it's your coaching skills that you need to improve?
Mhm. No, actually, that is the only parameter that I have put forward for
Okay,
myself at the moment.
okay. So, what would you like as an outcome for this discussion?
I would really want to come up with steps of how do I overcome this inhibition that I am having right now, that uh, because of these instances that I really am lacking something, or I need to work on improving certain aspect of things.
Okay. So, while overcoming the inhibitions, where would you like to go? So, after the inhibitions are overcome, what do you want there instead?
I want to see myself as a confident person who is able to take the conversations well with the client, and feedback from the client stating of how it is going on in a concrete level, whether it is going good or whether it is going not going as per what is expected. So that's where I see when this inhibitions go away.
Okay. So, what would
Well,
that confidence look like to you?
so the confidence for me over here would be one for myself, where I am able to take up the conversations to the next level, where I start getting that feeling that yes, I am bringing changes, or I'm able to help the client or take the client to the objective with which they have come for coaching. And second is getting that confident response from the client, saying that yes, this is going in the right way, or it is not going in the right way.
Okay. So, if you were in that kind of a conversation that you just mentioned, how
Yes.
would the whole thing look like to you? So, what is Poonam doing in that situation? How is the client responding? How is that entire scene?
So in that situation, the conversations that Poonam is having with the client is really going well. She is probably able to ask the right questions, which will help the client to probably think more or be more thought-provoking for them to go deep inside and understand their own uh, areas itself, and probably helping them do more introspection about them in whatever situation they have come for a coaching. So getting that awareness generated with them is what I see Poonam doing when she has a confidence of taking things to the next level, especially with this executive people.
Okay. And Poonam, for you to achieve this image that you just talked about, what would you need?
I need to practice. So that is what I think. But and these things are happening in the practice conversations itself. So that's why I'm getting into this dual mind of whether it's going right or whether it's not going right things, and I am lacking something to take it to the next level. But definitely, I think it's more of the practice itself what I think is required.
Okay. Poonam, just a quick check on our progress so far.
Yeah.
Do you think we are moving in the right direction?
I think yes, we are because we are trying to move in to identify what exactly is causing this inhibition to me, and I feel that more than the client's confidence, it is my confidence which I need to work upon. And if I am confident, I think the response or the input that I get from my client would also be in that way. So we are towards that track, Shilpa.
Okay, thanks, Poonam. So Poonam, you just mentioned that you would like to practice more. So how do you think you can go about it?
I need to find out. I need to find more people, especially with this the executive part, which is more of the corporate people that I need to work with. So I need to identify those set of people and then probably just practice.
Okay, and what would you require to identify this set of people and to practice further?
I need to connect with my own network to identify if there are people who are looking for coaching and give them offer that I am giving coaching associated with the executives or with XYZ areas, and people who are willing can come. That is what I would do to get those clients and identify how I can take that forward.
Okay, okay, that's great. So Poonam, I mean, when you were identifying these action items, I noticed that you didn't seem very energetic. So are these things you have probably already tried? And
Yes, I have tried them, but again, as I mentioned, probably I think I may not have tried it to the fullest because my earlier clients that I was interacting were more of individuals, and they had a lot of I think those coaching conversations had were more with their own personal aspects than with an executive or an organizational aspect. So that's why I think that part which I have done is for one area, and if I have to work on this other area of executive part with the organization things, then I really need to catch on to those kind of clients and do the practice sessions or identify within the circle of those people and then take it forward.
Okay, sure, sure. So Poonam, once you have reached out to your network of, where you can find people for the executive coaching, what resources would you need to, to sign them as your client or maybe to progress further with your practice session?
So if they agree, then I already have the client contract template available with me, which I can utilize and get them onboarded, and then the commitment from their side to take it up. And for me to start doing this session, and after every session, doing more thorough introspection of how I did it and what I could have improved, and then and there, probably during after the conversation itself, talk to the clients and get their feedback immediately of what they felt and how they felt in the specific things. So that might help me to work upon immediately and take it forward.
Okay, Poonam. So, Poonam, the action items that you mentioned, so do they lead to and do they add up to the confidence that you were looking for in yourself?
Yes, to an extent it does. I just have to probably identify these clients and then practice and take it forward. So I think, yeah, it will definitely help me to boost up my confidence further.
Okay, Poonam. So when do you plan to do this?
I would take some time over this weekend itself to put up some detailed, more further detailing on these steps, and then reaching out to people and at least identify one or two people in the upcoming week with whom I can start off my conversations definitely by end of this July. So by end of this July is what I'm looking, that I should onboard one or two people with whom I can do this practice sessions or coaching conversations.
Okay, that's great, Poonam. And Poonam, how will you hold yourself accountable to get started by end of July?
I'll actually start taking the actions and as this is really important for me because I'm looking forward for taking my career in this area. So I definitely want to work, and I have set up timeline for my own self that within this year I should acquire all the required skills or confidence that I need to full-fledgedly move into this in the upcoming couple of months more. So definitely, I would want to. This is how I would want to hold myself accountable and take it forward.
Sure, Poonam. So, Poonam, anything else you would like to discuss now?
No, Shilpa. I think at least I'm able to get some steps or see how I need to progress in this area to boost my own confidence and then get away with this fear or inhibition that I have started building in myself.
Okay, Poonam, all the best.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Shilpa.
Thanks, bye.
Yeah.